Hi, I'm Rob Deans. I'm a UCaaS solutions consultant here at NTT Communications. This demonstration should be particularly interesting for companies on a cloud-first approach to their delivery of voice in the cloud. So first of all, what is UCaaS? The general definition of UCaaS is where you outsource your UC services, so this could include anything from IM and presence, video conferencing, general collaboration services, to a third party via the cloud. So in this demonstration, we're going to look at an enhancement of that delivery with voice. So let's have a look at this diagram here. What we've tried to illustrate is a typical solution for a legacy estate for consumption of voice. In this, we have the PBX in the data center, an office user, and that's their route of consumption of PSTN services. In the past, with this migration to this kind of solution would have given them economies of scale and centralization benefits. When we look at how that implication and those changes affect a move to the cloud, we get to enhance those kind of benefits as well. So as we mentioned, we're outsourcing this to a third party and we're delivering voice in a different fashion. So what we see here is, in this kind of architecture and the removal of voice and moving it to the cloud, we're essentially reducing our requirement for a connection on the PBX or even the PBX in the DC. This architecture then moves and shifts that requirement to the cloud. So that you consume the PBX in the cloud, the connection through to PSTN is then through the cloud, and the consumption of those services are through your existing network, for example, out to the internet and out to the PSTN network. This gives us certain kind of advantages, and this is definitely the way the future is moving. To illustrate that point, Wayne House have produced a report, and they expect by 2022 an increase, or the total market share of cloud voice will be 40% of the total market, to a value of $20 billion by the end of 2022. So as these numbers show, there's a real motivation in the market to move to an architecture such as this. That motivation can vary from business to business, and what we find more common is it fits in with the vision of digital transformation or the digital workplace. And what do we mean by that? That's about empowering your users to have access to tools no matter where they work or how they work, whether they're at home or on the road. The missing link and the key question to ask yourself is my network design architecture suitable and designed appropriately for the quality demands of voice and video? Luckily, as within the innovations we've seen in UCaaS and with cloud-based services, there's been equal innovations in the network. Taking a look at our design and our diagram again, what we can look at with SD-WAN is the integration of local breakout from the office. So in this instance, SD-WAN will be integrated here, utilizing local breakout, giving us the shortest route back to our PSTN services. So this optimized architecture enables for the shortest path for user A, in Office A let's say, to consume their PSTN services and other UC services in a more direct fashion. A secondary benefit of this is we take away the bandwidth consumption requirement from the core network. So if you imagine video particularly, and also voice, consumes a lot of bandwidth, which we then can route out locally. There are other key advantages to SD-WAN, which we'll go through now. So we have here some examples of the advantages of utilizing SD-WAN, especially when we're looking at a cloud-based infrastructure. The first one is traffic optimization. With traffic optimization, what we mean by that is we're able to have an active-active solution. So in our example here, we have one path going out to internet here and a second in this route here. What the advantages are, and to give us agility for our UCaaS deployment and also for our users access to that service, if we were to lose, for example, this circuit here, traffic would automatically reroute here. It also enables you on a wider sense to do an element of load balancing. In our second example, dynamic path selection. So SD-WAN allows us to monitor the circuits and connections out to the internet, specifically for UC services. In the example here, we have the SD-WAN device. It will monitor the connection out and saying this is our primary connection here to our service. If this line here starts experiencing packet loss, jitter, or latency, the device will automatically pick that up and reroute traffic to the best performing path. So in this illustration, across this connection here. That has the benefit of ensuring quality to our end users. In the third example here, we have security. Security is key to the consumption of cloud-based services. When we look at our topology here, we're looking at a localized breakout where possible to ensure the user's access to those services is as quick and efficient as possible. Securing those egress points, especially when you're looking at having multiple ones across your network, is key. With the SD-WAN box, we're able to build a virtual firewall on that device with the policies controlled centrally. This gives you a lot of power to ensure that your policies as a business are pushed out to your offices and egress points and controlled in a centralized manner. In addition to this, the SD-WAN device can provide a lot of analytics on the types and volumes of data that's traversing your network. These are just some of the examples of the advantages SD-WAN can bring to a UCaaS delivery. We hope this demonstration has shown you that the underlying architecture is key when looking at deployment for UC as a service, specifically when we're looking at voice and video, which are really reliant on quality and real-time protocols. So the underlying architecture of that is key, and obviously with SD-WAN we can get some of those key advantages for our business. I hope you found this demonstration useful, and thank you for watching.